You know, every day we get a bit closer to the May primary elections in Oregon, which is why we're introducing you to the top candidates for Clackamas County Chair. It's a big job heading the commission in one of Oregon's most populous counties. Last night I talked with challenger Craig Roberts, the former longtime sheriff of the county. Tonight we'll meet the current chair, Tootie Smith, who is running for another term in office. Tootie Smith is a fourth-generation Oregonian growing up on a hazelnut farm in South Clackamas County. She and her husband own it now. She's also started 2 other businesses with her husband, and they've been married 46 years. She got into politics in the year 2000 when she was elected to the Oregon legislature. In 2012, she left after being elected to Clackamas County Board of Commissioners, where she served 4 years. In 2020, she was elected chair of the county board. Now, as you might have noticed, she has a unique name. I started our conversation asking about that. How did you get the name Tootie?
My grandmother gave it to me, Pat. So my mother was adopted. Her mother died at birth, and she was adopted by a German woman who spoke broken English. And so my given name was Charlene, and she literally could not pronounce it. So she nicknamed me Tootkin or something like that in German. I don't remember the derivative of it. And it just became Tootie, and it stuck. Huh. So grandma's to blame or to thank, either way.
So now you know, and if you want to really impress her, call her Charlene. Smith says she's proud of the work that she's helped lead to stop tolling on I-205 and Interstate 5 and to reform Measure 110. And she wants to do more.
Well, Pat, we've started a lot of projects in Clackamas County. It's taken us a while because when I became chair, we walked right into 3 declared emergencies. We had COVID, we had the firestorms, and then in February, after I was sworn in, we had the ice storms. So we had to manage our way through that. The challenge was to bring our employees back to work and get everything functioning again. And then what happened after COVID, we got through COVID, the vaccines and the mandates, we saw this huge spike in homelessness that none of us wanted to really acknowledge. Oh, gee, it's here. So we implemented some strategies in Clackamas County that I think are working. Last report came out, we were able to reduce homelessness by 65% in the last 5 years. And the reason why we went back 5 years is to do a study of what happened in 2019 to see where we are today in early 24 to see if the supported housing services measure, the tax measure, is working. And we can say it is. In Clackamas County, my team likes to say we do things the Clackamas way. And it's a little bit different than we see across the other parts of the region. And it's working, and I'm very happy. We have such a dedicated staff working on this problem.
What do you think the key is to reducing homelessness?
You know, Vahid Brown, one of our homeless managers, he says, we're not very special, but we do have the secret sauce. And I'm quoting him on that, not me. What we do, we have about 20 to 25 dedicated social workers, and they go out on the street almost daily, and they meet a homeless person. We start a conversation. And you're not going to get them to come in the first time, or maybe the second, 10th, or 12th time. But eventually, after establishing a relationship with them, getting to come in, and we start with basic needs like a hot meal, a shower, a clean clothes. And then they go back to the memory of, oh, this is how it used to be in life. I think we're not going to solve homelessness until we address causation. Housing people first without services is going to be very difficult. A lot of people think they know why people are homeless. You know, is it mental health? Is it addiction? Both. Economics, we've certainly seen a spike in the cost of housing and durable goods like groceries and gasoline, and that's probably adding to it. We have a huge rent assistance program that now can be used for people who are renting places and gee, they're coming up short at the end of the month. We get them rent assistance so they don't become homeless. And that's been a big, big help to us in Clackamas County.
All right, and now in this next section, we're going to talk about the $313 million county courthouse that Clackamas is having built. Half of the cost is being covered by the state. The other half will be paid for by county taxpayers. Although the county commission did not ask for a special bond or levy to cover that cost, the county will have to find that money from the existing budget. And last night I told you something that I want to correct now. I told you the Clackamas County Sheriff is planning $5 million in cuts because of new fees that she's being charged by the county. She says it's to help pay for the courthouse. The mention of cuts is wrong, and I apologize for that. The sheriff is not planning on cuts, but She said there is a $5 million shortfall in her budget, and she plans to ask the county commission for a supplemental budget to cover that $5 million. The battle between Smith and the sheriff has dragged on for almost a year. Last May, Tootie Smith issued a statement highly critical of the sheriff, accused her of lying to county employees through statements the sheriff had made. Smith also accused the sheriff of pitting the sheriff's office against the entire public safety program of Clackamas County. In that same statement, however, the chair also stated we have guaranteed her more money should there ever be a shortfall. So, as you can see, there's not a lot of love lost there, which is why my next question was about that courthouse being built with the approval of Tootie Smith and the Clackamas County Board. Switching topics, the courthouse.
Yes.
Your opponent says that it should not have been built so big and so expensive, and that because of it, it's having a real impact on other departments in the budget, in the county.
Yeah. Well, maybe when he was there 4 years ago, it would have. But what we've done at Clackamas County is we really right-sized our budget. Show me a government that doesn't waste money, and I'll show you a government that doesn't exist. So what we did, we hired a budget manager and a new finance director, along with our county administrator, and we started looking at each different department. So I also want to thank my experience in the Oregon legislature. I was on Ways and Means for 4 years. And I didn't like it at the time, and I said, gee, I don't want to be here. Why do I have to be here? Now I know why I was in the legislature. It showed me where there was a lot of waste in government. So we implemented accounting procedures, basic accounting procedures, like developed a chart of accounts for every department. They need to post where the money's going. The year-end and monthly end reconciliation of the checkbook. They don't get to carry over big wads of cash at every month. They either have to give it back or they have a use for it. We eliminated vacant positions. Vacant positions is a position that's created, that's funded, but there's no body in it. And we told all of our directors, if you need to hire somebody, we'll do it for you. And probably the biggest was the allocated costs. It's the federal government mandate that we were outdated 2 decades at least on the allocated costs. That's a cost assigned to every department for the cost of doing business, like your mortgage payment, like your water bill, the cost of your desk, your electric payment, and all that costs money. So we smoothed those out, and we found some departments paying and some not, and it really evened out. The biggest economic coup for us is we got a 50% matching grant from the Oregon legislature. It is constitutional duty that counties have courthouses, and Clackamas County is a statutory county. Our courthouse is very old. It's over 100 years old. It's outgrown its capacity. We should probably have 14 judges. We only have 11 because of the limited space. We're able to do that. We have overwhelming support from the Legislative Fiscal Office and the Oregon Justice Department, who took a deep dive into our budget to decide we could do it. Senate President Rob Wagner, Speaker of the House Dan Riefeld, and the governor all signed on it and improved our budget process. So that's pretty good.
You don't think it's too big or too expensive?
Well, you know, building costs went up. We were able to secure the building costs through the P3 model that we set up 2 years ago. Everything went up in price. I mean, the cost of my home cost too much. I probably couldn't afford my own home right now. But we're trying to keep costs down. We did not go to the taxpayers to raise their taxes. So we're making payments out of the general fund, and we found $15 million of waste. Those payments will start May of '25.
As for her ongoing battle with the current sheriff, Tootie Smith is not backing down, saying the sheriff has plenty of money in her budget. So what's the future hold for the county? Smith says she wants to get the Oregon legislature and Metro to relax land use laws in the county so that it has more land that new companies can come and build on for growth. So what do you think about what Tootie Smith had to say? Did you like what you heard? Think she should continue as county chair or not? Let us know, will you? The email address is thestory@kgw.com, or call and leave a voicemail, 503-226-5090.